So Japan won over Spain in the World Cup group league, and Japan would go on to the tournament, and this is great. As somebody who is living in Tokyo, this has been a great surprise and joy. And you might be interested to know what is the strength of the samurai football. And for me, it is an application of the dexterity and of the mind and the body of the Japanese people. Of course, physically speaking, people from other part of the world might have more height and more strength and more body mass and so on. But for me, the secret of the Japanese football is in the samurai manner of doing the sport. When I say samurai, I'm using it, of course, as a metaphor because there are no real samurais in contemporary Japan. Contrary to the belief of some people, but the wisdom of the samurai is very much alive. By which I mean that you actually don't impose physical strength on your opponent. You are flexible and you are mindful of your environment. Like this really wonderful book by Miyamoto Musashi, the Book of Five Rings. You do not focus on just one aspect of the scene. You pay attention to many, many different things at the same time. And that would be an application of mindfulness, this very famous Zen philosophy, which would put particular emphasis on the balance of mind and the nagomi of different elements of your life, and that actually is the secret of the strength of the samurai clan. So they did not carry heavy fire weapons. I mean, they did not carry missiles, or they just had the katana sword, right? And with that sword, they fought for the honor of themselves and for the law that they were serving. And in order to achieve the goals, they observed the situation, observed the opponent, and observed themselves. This is actually very important. Observed their internal states and chose the most appropriate path and did the most flexible and purpose-serving actions. And that was the secret of the samurai. So it'll be probably quite some time before Japan would be able to win the World Cup. I'm not illusioned about that. Although I'm a fan of the Japanese team, I'm not illusioned that, well, everything is possible. So you never know. But probably in this tournament, probably Japan won't be able to win the World Cup. I do hope Japan will win, but probably it will be difficult. But in the future, in 10 years from now, maybe Japan samurai team might be able to win the World Cup. And when they do that, I think it will be due to sheer swiftness and flexibility of movements that was really, really great tradition living from the samurai era. And that is something that is very much alive among Japanese people today, I think. And if you come to Tokyo, probably you would see in the movements of people and the attitude of the general public, spirit of the samurai living on. And you can actually see that also on the great football matches in the World Cup. So I'm really looking forward to the next match of Japan versus Croatia. I hope the Croatian players would do the best, and the Japanese players would do their best. And I hope, as a Tokyo resident, Japan would win. But we'll wait and see. So here's to the great tradition of samurai football.